Playboy magazine once wrote that Colfax was the longest, wickedest street in all of America. This is probably because it was the epicenter of prostitution in the Midwest at the time, but really, Colfax is about so much more than drugs and hookers. Let's begin. Colfax has its origins more than 100 years ago, where it used to lead from a rather swanky residential area, which is now East Colfax, due west into Golden City, mine town. I think it's universally acknowledged that if Denver had a hood, which we don't, by the way, it would probably be East Colfax. It's surprising, then, that this same ground used to be the fashionable location for a rich mine boss to build his Victorian mansion. In fact, it remained solidly upper middle class well past the Great Depression into the 1940s. This, however, was subject to change at the start of the 50s, where, after a rapid urbanization of most American cities took place after World War II, particularly by minorities, white upper-middle-class and middle-class families would find it fashionable to flee to the suburbs, where they hoped to find, a more unified Caucasian experience. This has begun to be known colloquially as a white flight, and in fact occurred in most U.S. cities. The loss of a stable, albeit racist middle class, was really only the beginning of the end for Colfax. Soon after, I-70 was officially established, and tourists on their travels west would choose to use this instead of the previously established route, which was Colfax. With the loss of the tourist dollar, real estate prices plummeted, and the government was quick to buy up dirt-cheap Victorian mansions, in which they would house the recently deinstitutionalized, criminally insane, and mentally ill. But hark, ye troubled viewer, for Colfax's tale doesn't end there. This hub of entertainment and commerce throughout the Denver metro area greets the night with neon lights and the turn signals of Toyota Priuses. It is the Harlem of the Midwest. In the 90s, Colfax Avenue entered what can only be described as an artistic golden age. Poets, street artists, and musicians cried out until their wounds of the mid-20th century ran with pure, urban culture. To get a taste of her unbridled love affair with local art, one needn't look any further than the 4 small to mid-sized music venues located within a 10-block stretch of her expanse, of which 2 were once historic theaters. It shouldn't be regarded merely as an art hub, though. Indeed, one of its most remarkable traits is its own richness not only in history, but in diversity. Driving down an urban stretch of East Colfax, one's lucky to find anything from fortune-telling to fine dining, and from purely medicinal marijuana dispensaries to hulking, beautiful Gothic cathedrals. One that's viable to even find the state capitol building. But passing through her neon-blurred, historically rich streets, one may find something else entirely on their journey. Themselves. Colfax is more than an extensive avenue. It's a pilgrimage. A trip down Main Street, USA, with a few slight modifications. So next time you're on Colfax, take a brochure. Whether it's narcotics, good music, or just a little good old-fashioned soul-searching, Colfax is your place to be.